This is Casey's Top 40. I'm Casey Kasem. Now we're up to our tribute, marking the beginning of the second century of a device without which soda shops and country bars just wouldn't be the same. It's the machine that helped spread rock and roll across the nation in the 50s, a machine that's still going strong today. The jukebox. It was back in 1889 that an American inventor named Louis Glass introduced the very first jukebox at the Royal Palace Hotel Ballroom in San Francisco. He came up with the idea by taking the wax cylinder gramophone invented by Thomas Edison 12 years earlier, putting 4 of them in a case, and attaching a coin slot to each one. So there were 4 songs available on that first jukebox at 20 cents each. A lot of money 100 years ago. Since then, the jukebox has gone through plenty of changes. Edison made a model in 1897 that used headphones, but like all the other early models, it had to be wound up by hand, which meant it often ran down right in the middle of a song. It wasn't until 1928 that a Swedish immigrant named Justus Seberg built the first electric jukebox, and his invention swept the nation. By the late 40s, jukeboxes were capable of playing 178 RPM records, and in the 50s, they started to play 45s. By that time, jukeboxes had become such a big part of American life that there was a jukebox chart published every week in the 50s, and it was filled with a popular new type of music. A strange, rebellious kind of music called rock and roll. These days, space-age jukeboxes play CDs. Last year, 1.5 million CDs were placed in jukeboxes. The average box played 450 songs a week for a grand total of 51 million plays per week on all the jukeboxes across America. And that's our Casey's Top 40 tribute to America's music machine, entering its second century of popularity, the jukebox.
American Top 40.
We're on our way to number 1 and counting them down. Well, now we're up to a song about a popular music machine invented by the same man who also invented the light bulb. He also invented the motion picture camera and the fluoroscope. In fact, this man is considered to be the most productive inventor America has ever had. Among the things he created were the mimeograph machine, the modern telephone transmitter, the stock market ticker, the storage battery, and the phonograph. And after inventing the phonograph, Thomas Alva Edison also invented the jukebox, so that many people could listen to phonograph records no matter where they were. Those early jukeboxes played wax cylinders, and over the years, jukeboxes took on a lot of different forms. There was one where you put your money in the box, then on a kind of telephone hookup, you told an operator what song you wanted to hear. She'd play the record and pipe it back to your loudspeaker. But for a long time now, jukeboxes have been totally automatic, the types we find everywhere, made by companies like Wurlitzer, Rock-ola, and Seberg. Some have as many as 100 selections of both oldies and current hits. Olivia Newton-John sang about a jukebox in her song Please, Mr. Please when she asked a cowboy not to play B-17. Foreigner has a jukebox in the title of their recent hit, Jukebox Hero. And this week there's a recent number 1 song in the survey about a woman who's checking out a boy she sees by the record machine. At number 14, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, and I Love Rock and Roll.
Casey's Coast to Coast. Casey's Coast to Coast.
AT40 Music News. Next time you put a quarter in a Rock-ola jukebox, say a little prayer for David Rockola. He was the owner and namesake of the company and passed away a couple of weeks ago at the age of 96. In his lifetime, Mr. Rock-ola manufactured over 600,000 jukeboxes, and many of them can still be found in coffee shops, bowling alleys, and bars all over North and South America. Hey, with a name like Rock-ola, how could he have done anything else?
American Top 40.